flags for each of the themed weeks. And airs are a lot of fun. I love having a free airship. It's something that I like to do when I'm theory crafting flag sets. So sort of a way to mitigate and offset any sort of innate challenge.
And it looks like Sonny Wrath is off. We're seeing Invis 2 and Wall at the White Magic level 1. Level 1 Black Magic has Quake, but not much else. Looks like gold bracelets are for sale in Corneria as well as the Silver Sword. So what would you do with this start, Caleb?
So I missed it. I was too busy factoring in the fact that Sonny's got a nice little fake head start here, as he said he's going to try to work a D-Rust. What was the level 1 black
and I
white
quicked
magic?
down the pirates.
So White Magic had a couple of nice things, including Invis 2. The best bit of Black Magic we found was Quake.
Wow, but that double ribbon and Matoya's.
Yeah.
I don't mind early Quake. It's super effective against the early enemies. I don't know if I've ever seen double ribbon like that in a non-randomized treasures.
Yeah. Well, that's going to be really great for any of our runners who decide to go up to Matoya early. Really going to be brutal for those of our runners who put it off until they say have the crystal, or for anyone who doesn't find the crystal at all, because you don't need to find any of the key items to beat this flag set. You just need prisms.
Mm-hmm. And I like, when I have early airship, I like digging up all the free boxes. So I love the play to Cardia, where Sonny Wrath has already dug up 3 prisms and a gold bracelet to match the pair of cute hats that he's got for his party.
Yeah. This looks to be a really nice equipment start.
I'm trying to offset what happened a few weeks ago with the fire flags. What you did, Leggy?
Hey now. Those were earth flags.
Oh, okay, that's right. Okay.
Like, I will not apologize for anything. Well, but I will ask that I be properly credited.
So I'm fine with rolling nice, friendly seeds like this for friendly community races, because every now and then I've been known to roll some pretty wild stuff, and it's never intentional. I want our runners to be having fun with the game, but we see SVJ checking out Provoca, gonna get us. So he's showing us what Sonny Wrath didn't.
Yeah, unfortunately, we totally didn't get to see any of the magic because of the way the timing worked out.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like the item shop doesn't have anything exciting.
And walking out instead of saving and resetting. But we're going to get our first look at Sarda. And it's just money, because nobody's got anything. So Vicky probably had nothing.
Yeah. One of the interesting things about this particular flag set is it really emphasizes in a way that a lot of flags don't, going around and going for chest density above everything else.
Mm-hmm.
You can try all of the one-off places that usually have key items, the King and Queen of Corneria, the Circle of Sages, Sarda, but the odds of them having actually anything are super low.
Vicky with the prism, though. That's pretty clutch. That's decent value to get a shard from an NPC. I'm always happy to see that.
Yeah, I'm never going to say no to that. And it looks like level 2 Black Magic had, I think it was Ice 3, because it was what Spellzap was using to clear out those pirates.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we see some route convergence here in the Cardias. Gouda and SVJ kind of doing what Sonny Wrath did first. And thank you, Silverfire, for fixing the restreams. Sometimes it's not easy work, so definitely appreciate what you're doing back there.
Looks like we got Fast and Warp at level 6 Black Magic. I forget what is Red Mage learnable, but one of those two is, which is nice.
At which level? I'm sorry, I was looking at a
6.
different screen. At 6, the red wizard can learn the very top slot. So fast.
Right, I forget which one was on top.
It was fast.
Okay, then yeah, you got your red wizard with fast.
All right. Tracking 4 different screens. I forgot the joy that this is.
Yep.
At least it's not entrance and floor shuffle.
Level 3 temper.
All right.
Looks like Spell Zap is trying to take out some manticores from some early levels. I like it. I like it a lot. Yeah. So one of the things about these flags is there's always going to be some pretty trolly stuff. Key item progression works out because you do need to find 20 something of those prisms.
Yep. I think we're working with 27 or 28 for tonight. So not terrible.
I think it's 28. And we know... Oh, there's level 4 nuke. Hello. We know that you can get 2 of them by killing Carrie, and 2 of them by killing Lich. 4 for killing Kraken, and 4 for killing Tiamat. So that's 12 shards on the table. It's just a matter of finding all of the other ones.
Right. And if you want to emphasize or if you want to make sure that you get those shards from the fiends, you're going to need to find the Oxiel, you're going to need to find the Chime, the Cube. You're going to need to find those progression items that would otherwise be blocking those fiend fights.
Right. And on top of that, if you want anything... There are just so many different items out there in so many places that are gated behind other items.
Did you see that, Leggy? Spell Zap just found level 3 Fade in first slot, so...
Ooh!
Red mages, all sorts of value.
Yeah, this looks to be a very nice seed for red mages.
We'll see what the Temple of Fiends Revisited holds in store, but as for the early game, definitely lots of toys to explore these dungeons with, and SVJ is going to Marsh Top. All right.
Yeah. Sonny's taking out Garland, which is always hilarious to get trolled by Garland right as you're going in on flags like these.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And doesn't want to fall down to the quake. So while Garland vowed to knock you all down, he's at least keeping up his end of the bargain and not falling. Oh, there he goes. He fell into a crack. It's tricky. The flooring in Temple of Fiends, it's not what it used to be. The whole foundation's just sort of rotting out from underneath.
Okay. The Royals got nothing but cash. SVJ finding a canal down in the marsh cave.
It's a weird place to put it.
I mean, yeah, I'd have to consult a industrial engineer, but I feel like there's something you can do with an aquifer from a marsh to build an interesting canal. I have a friend from New Orleans who might be able to help us out with this one.
It's a bold choice to put a canal on the tip of a peninsula.
Yeah. Looks like we also have Fire 3 at level 2, so that's some really nice early black magic.
Mm-hmm. And Spell Zap and Gouda have the same sort of mentality of going into the volcano.
And then level 2 Life 2 is going to be amazing for anyone who brought a fighter along once they promote.
Yeah, those red mages are proving their value with the early magic in this seed, so you're welcome, because I rolled this wonderful, wonderful seed.
Yeah, looks like we have 2 separate runners now in the volcano. So it looks like Gouda is popping back out.
Yeah, it's got not a lot of levels. Level 5.
Yeah.
And Sonny just picking up level 3. Levels are low across the board here.
Yeah, and I imagine we'll start seeing those levels snowball a little bit once our runners do a bit more exploration, get a few levels, can start throwing around those fades and nukes.
Yeah.
because a lot of our runners have a fairly magic-intense party.
Hmm. I did miss how much houses were selling for. If houses are cheap, this could be a defense sword for Sawney right there in the free chest with
Nice.
some tigers and saber tees guarding it.
Yeah.
Not the best spike tile, but it'll do.
Yeah, at the very least, if you manage to clear it, it should be good enough to start jump-starting you. Which is really what you want to see at this point in the game. Just enough levels to start doing those dives to open those boxes that you need for progression.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, Leggy, you have a free airship. You have the world as your oyster. And it looks like our runners are either going into marsh or volcano. Where would you be going?
I would probably be doing volcano along with everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't have warp yet. I don't have exit yet. So
Mhm.
I want to go where the chest density is. So checking out the Volcano Armory feels like a very solid early play right now that I don't have to worry that hard about getting back out of later. Plus, the enemies in here tend to give pretty dang good XP. Sonny finds a crown there, and a chime.
Yep. He and Spellzap are holding hands, checking chests, because Spellzap found him maybe 10 seconds beforehand.
And so this is why I would go to the armory first. Plus, you have these 2 grind tiles that you can check, and if there's something decent there that you can clear out pretty easily, that could be the tools you need to jumpstart your levels so that you can start thinking about going into Mirage now.
Yeah. The crown is fine. It doesn't really get you too much except to fight with Astos, but the chime is nice because that's 5 steps basically, and you're checking 10 more chests with friendlier, not necessarily friendlier fights, but friendlier XP wise fights.
Yeah. So. And at these early levels, the XP you can get from bonking Astos over the head isn't anything really to sneeze at.
No, that's fair. And he also gives out a prism, so Astos and Vicky.
Sorry? Oof.
Yep. So Silverfire, our illustrious tracker restreamer, just pointed out that Gouda found the Fire 2 wraiths on the spike tile. That's that doesn't feel good because wraiths are in a lot of places.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Sonny takes out Astos. Looks like the Dark Elf didn't have anything too exciting. Takes home his prism and level 6 for his trouble.
Yeah. So do you go back to Volcano and do the Agama floor, or do you go up to? It looks like he's going to Mirage Tower.
Yeah. No, he's going to Pop.
That's why you can't guess what these people are going to do. You just can't. They're just going to do whatever they want to do.
Yeah. Early Tyro could be nice. Looks like Spellzap is down on that 4th floor.
Yeah.
Finds a Pro Ring, an Opal Shield, and at least 1 Prism so far.
Yeah, you can't really fault this play.
Yeah. Especially if you feel confident in your ability to exit via carry.
Ooh. Sonny Wrath finds the Frostwolves with crack. That might
out almost all of them.
Yeah, that might cut short that pop grind pretty quick.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he does have life too.
Yeah. That's true. SVJ found a white shirt in the top right chest of Marsh Bottom, though, which I don't think any of our other runners saw. So that's pretty good.
Yeah, that is really nice. I mean, I know we saw Invis 2 pretty early, but having an extra caster on, having an extra cast of Invis 2 on someone who normally wouldn't get it otherwise can also be really nice.
Yep, and Spellzap is being rewarded on this Agama floor with yet another Pro Ring. And I think that's at least 3 prisms he's found down here too. And he got a katana for his danged thief. I do approve of the danning the dang.
Well, I mean, in these flags, the thief buff is on.
Absolutely.
So the thieves do get an extra hit percent, 2 points of it, in fact, at every single level, and can put out some really nice damage, especially given the fact that we have our standard buff spells in play.
Yeah. And he finds the Agama tile has been replaced with nachos and chooses not to take it. That's nacho spectacle.
That's nacho grind.
That's nacho grind.
Oh, quad fires.
Thematic. It's thematic. You have to appreciate it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm into it. I'm not into the fires smacking everyone around, but it looks like they aren't super dangerous. But they are healthy, which is unfortunate.
I mean, they're thriving in the basement of a volcano. I mean, those fires are going to be strong.
Yeah. Though, Ice 3 is also fairly strong.
And SVJ chases down an old man and steals his last soft potion. You hate to see it at this level. Just bullying old men for their soft potions.
What has this world come to?
I don't know. They're just a bunch of 12 old men just wandering around a park, and SVJ just comes up and shakes them down. Alright. Looks like Spellzap is prepping for a level 12 carry fight?
Yeah. Spellzap did clear out the... I'm assuming Spellzap cleared out the rest of the volcano where a confused staff is located, so that could be an interesting tool for taking out carry. But it looks like it's just going to be buff the fighter and fade, as usual.
Yep. Fade hits for about 145, comes out again. 119, that's about 260. And luckily, Slow misses Dan.
Yeah, the fighter is putting up some good defensive buffs.
Hold fails to hit carry, and then carry's hold fails to hit Dan. They're just
2 hits, 35 damage.
Yeah, you gotta start throwing out some spells.
Yeah, Ice 3 hits for 56. Quake doesn't work. 2 hits, 11 damage. Oof, you hate to see it.
Yeah. And there comes the fire 2 with those double ribbons paying off dividends here. 2 hits, 8 damage. Yeah.
And that perpetually stunned thief getting smacked down for almost 300. Jesus.
Two hits, 50. We're getting there.
Yeah, this looks like it's going to be a bit of a grind.
Oof.
Damage poison taking out the Black Mage. We've got Gouda also taking on carry down at the bottom. Bit higher levels, 2 nukes going to be coming out of that Black Mage, as well as double fade. Yeah, I don't think carry's long for this world.
No, and Sonny is checking out the Earth Cave. So doing a little bit. We got a little bit of route divergence here.
Yeah, I don't hate it. I don't love it, but I don't hate it.
I think that's 3 copies of Hold that Carrie has, unless she has a very short spell list.
Look, she's got 6 arms. She can hold you 3 times.
She has advantage on her grapple checks. That is correct. Wow. And Gouda is still firing fades and nukes, and Gouda takes down Carrie, but it took a lot, so Carry, I don't know what the upper limits of the OSV boss clamps are, or the boss stats are, but
It moved around over the course of the thing. Let me look it up.
we could be, 2, 8, 54. Okay, there we go. Thunder. Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Come on. Let
Oh.
to do.
Feels bad.
You hate
Feels
to see
bad. And I don't know when was the last time Spellzap left and saved. He didn't leave and save after the armory. That feels bad.
Yeah, so these boss stats are 250% unclamped.
Mm-hmm.
So
Carry could have upwards of basically 1250.
let me double check. That sounds right, but
I'm doing math. Don't yell at me if it's wrong.
I'm not going to yell at you. I'm just going to verify it for us.
All right. So what do we got going? We got people in Canaria, people in Volcano. Gouda looks like he's finally making his way to go take out Garland. Sonny and Melmond. And Spellzap's leaving, gonna save with those key items. I wonder if he remembers where those pro rings are, if that's even a priority for him now, or if he's just gonna go down there and try to get to Carry with his mini spell charges intact. Question in chat. No, we have not seen any other key items on stream yet, other than Crown and Chime.
Mm-hmm.
And the canal. We did see the canal in Marsh.
Yes. So I just
Ooh.
well, there's a key for Sonny.
And there it is. Sonny finds the key.
Cave paying off. You hate to see it.
I love it. Troll, I mean, on the Earth tile.
I'm happy for Sonny, and I'm glad I'm not running this.
And a power bonk.
I would not have checked any of that.
And a power bonk. So the key is great because while it's not a required in-game item, it definitely
21 checks.
21 chests, yep, between Dwarf, TOF locked, the Elfland Armory, the Canary Armory, and the bottom of Marsh. And
sorry.
TFC.
Yeah. Sorry, that's 27 then. I forgot the 2 dungeons. Because it's TOF has 3, Marsh Bottom has 3, Corneria has 6, Elfland has 4, Dwarves have 8, and Astos also has 3.
And TFC. It counts. It counts, Leggy. It counts.
I'm not
Don't
saying
you take this away from me.
I'm saying I'm not angry because you're wrong. I'm angry because you're right.
Being technically right is the best kind of being right.
Exactly.
All right. So Sonny, I'm presuming, will be off checking the various locked rooms, and Gouda struggling on the... I missed what kind of ghost it was that was taking him down. Possibly those Fire 2 Wraiths. And we got a black shirt in the Canary Armory. That's pretty cool. That's neat. You can tell it's a black shirt because of the way it is.
And a prism in the because those totally exist in this flying set.
Prisms are cool. I hadn't seen that language roll on a shard hunt yet. I've seen the Biggses, the wedges, the shards, and we got a cube on Mirage 1. What can I say?
That's nice. And a rod.
Okay. And a house. I love finding a house in a box.
Yeah. So our runners who are holding off on going to Mirage until they find the cube. And we got lazy dwarves.
Yeah. very lazy dwarves. Well, forgetful dwarves. They accidentally locked the adamant up. Somebody lost the key in the earth cave, and you had to go get it and bring it back. So,
Well,
just to get Eric's fancy cloak. I mean, hey.
Yeah, I mean,
Or
to
shield.
be fair, I too would wear a cape forged out of adamant. That sounds super powerful.
It explains why it fills a shield slot.
Indeed. So yeah, those of our runners who decide to go and do the Mirage play are going to get super rewarded. Especially because on top of key items, opening more interesting checks to do, they also give you 10% experience.
Mm-hmm. And Sani finds Astos' ruby, which isn't required with the free airship, but if one of those 4 chests in the Titan's Trove has something, it's a pretty fun find.
Yeah.
We've got Transtar bones.
So, chat, do you think the Titan's going to be hoarding anything today?
It's a 4 and 244. How many chests are there in the game?
There's a whole bunch, but there's also a whole bunch of different items that you could get.
All right, so I'm thinking there's going to be camping equipment, there's going to be a little bit of money, there's going to be a low-level weapon, and a prism. That's what I'm going with.
Okay. Yeah, still
nothing,
also is thinking a shard. I'm going to say, because I want to make this interesting because Sani hasn't done the Mirage play yet, I'm going to say there's going to be 2 shards.
Ooh, but that tile is a treat to find.
Yeah, that is chef's kiss.
Nagas and Waters.
Yeah.
Low-key one of the best spike tiles in the game. Look at that. 5,000 XP, and he has what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8?
Yeah. So as it turns out, if you look at experience per encounter, number 1 obviously is everyone's favorite robot, Wormek. Number 2 is 3 to 4 worms.
Spellzap found a tiny fairy in Mirage 2 on the greater than less than room.
Nice. But number 3 on the list of best experience per encounter is what Sani's taking right now.
Yep, I know it's on Lord Fizzlebeef's top 10 list. I'm pretty sure it's pretty high too. Because I don't think his list includes things like Wormek, because it's not a grind tile that you can find.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. After that, you have multiple gas dragons, 1 to 2 chimeras and chimeras, and then the big eye shark.
It's fun to hear people say words that you've only ever read your entire life. Because chimeras, that's how I say it. Movies and things in Greek mythology have taught me to say it that way. But their counterpart in this game will always be Jim eras. As if it's just some guy named Jim.
Well, they're the stronger version, so they've hit the Jim.
Oh, hey, I like that.
They're chimeras. That makes sense. I love it. Yeah, and Sani also finding that those water elementals are going down super nice.
Yeah, look at those levels.
Gonna hit mid-20s pretty soon.
Yeah, I would just stay here until you see somebody not done. It's like, okay, I can go now. I'm level 48. Let's go.
Yeah. You still gotta find those shards. And that's what our other runners are going to get instead of, this massive XP boost. Like, they're still going to find things like eyes and, other really good experience encounters, but they're also opening chests and making progress.
Yeah. Well, it looks like level 20 was enough for Sani, and Northwest Castle is a pretty nice spike tile to find. If Topher proves to be too scary, you know where it is to just pop back here. It's not like you have to go to the gas D tile or anything like that. It's very easy to get to, should the end game prove problematic. So
Yeah. Like, I'm always happy when I find a decent grind that's in an easy place to get.
And question in chat from Ali Gabrap. What are the numbers next to the runners' names? Silverfire, top tier restreamer, and tracker, what she's working on that's the number of shards. Oh, thank you. I apologize.
So while we were talking about shards, Spellzap cleared out the right side of, I think that was Sky 1.
Mm-hmm.
Finds a Masa and an Opal bracelet. So that's definitely something to write home about.
Yeah. Considering that we found back-to-back ribbons and now we find Opal and Masa next to each other, hey, we just found our way out of Sky Castle.
Hell yeah.
Let's go. All right. Sony.
Yeah, and, we haven't found Brack yet, which is usually my preferred way to get out of Sky.
See, that's what I like to hear. So I missed it because I was too busy looking at Sony Wrath's screen. But Silverfire letting us know Germadeus is with Nuke. Have fun in TOF. What can I say? You're welcome. But we do find the tail, and the incentive location is that we knew that was going to be there. That is the only way. That was the only incentivized item that we were going to have. So picking it up because all of these party comps will likely be promoting. It looks like nearly everybody's got a thief. Gouda the only one thiefless.
And even then, given that Life 2 is at level 2, that's night learnable. I cannot think of better safety for any kind of experience in TOF than a Life 2 night. Now the real question is, do those Medusas have Blizzard as well? Am I just cursed to be the bringer of the nuclear winter when I'm in the booth?
I mean, I would be honored to join you in that illustrious Hall of Fame of nuclear winter seeds. Well, the nuclear winter wizards definitely were a problem throughout an entire seed. Nuke Germadusas could be a substantial road bump through Topher, unless they're easily manipulated out of the route.
Yeah, and really, gosh, let me double check. Because I want to make a claim, but I'm pretty sure I might be lying.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, you never want to lie. I mean, that's
yes. So Germadusas appear on exactly 3 floors in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Sky 1, Sky 2, and Earth floor of TOF. So you only have to worry about them on that one round.
Spellzap finds the Oxyale in the top of Sky 3. That's pretty good. That gets us more chests down there, and it's our way to Kraken.
Yeah, and in these flags, I definitely enjoy doing Sea Shrine last because I can go check mermaids for the last couple of shards I need, and as long as I'm within 4 shards of victory,
mm-hmm.
I can just go, beat up a squid, and call it a day.
And it looks like the crystal was in the right side of Sky 1, so anybody that's dug up that Opal and Masa also probably has the crystal as well.
Which is the incentive to finally go check out what Matoya has if they haven't already gotten their 2 ribbons.
Right.
Looks like
So,
SVJ is finally down in Earth Cave, gonna get his key and his bonk.
and SVJ hasn't gone to Sky yet, so he doesn't have the rod. So anybody that routed Sky before Earth is gonna save a little bit of time, not needing to double dip this place. And Sony meeting the Germaduces. Let's see how this goes. Luck's out. Doesn't see the nuke, so...
No, I think SVJ was there in Sky earlier.
Okay.
The question is... So hopefully he saved after getting that rod and cube. I don't know whether or not he went up to Sky.
I'm gonna be partially honest with you. And we found a boat 3 floors deep in the Earth Cave. I don't know how seaworthy that vessel is. It looks like there's just a lot of blinking lights right now. It's really hard to track the individual items.
No worries.
So props to Silverfire as they're tracking the shards with this nightmare. So let's go. All right, round 2 with the Germaduces and Sony Wrath. Unrunnables is something of a Caleb special. We'll see if the Caleb special is really there when our runners go into the Sea Shrine. There's one thing my seeds typically have, it's spicy lobsters.
Must be why you and Debbie get along.
All right.
So Gouda gets the Katana, the Aegis, the Oxyale, those great Sky 3 chests.
I'm disappointed. Sony's had 3 fights with Germaduces and no nukes.
Well, that just means it'll be even spicier when they wipe his party in TOF.
4 fights. Nothing. Okay.
I'm just saying, we know they're in Topher. They're probably pretty common in Topher given the way that things work. Sony may or may not wipe to them, and that'll be his first indication. And that will be hilarious.
Alright, we got SVJ taking on Lich's roommate. A lot of Fire 3s coming out. He's just trying to get that rent for the Lich. At $913, let's go. Now take it on down to Lich. And get that rent paid.
Yeah. Yeah, Heal Helm strats coming out from Spell Zap.
I mean... Poor Spell Zap. I feel like he has found the all the things that our other runners haven't necessarily found just yet with regard to some of the hidden what lies beneath, so to speak.
So, Gouda's on the Bridge of Destiny. Which means it's time to get your Bless RNGs in chat. Though we don't need them because we've already found the Red Hydra. Thank you, Apostolic Paladin, I think I pronounced that correctly, for the raid. That's super awesome of you.
Hey, we got Wab in chat. Hey, what's up, Wab? We got a lot of folks hanging out. Appreciate you guys coming out late Monday night for the Final Fantasy Randomizer community race. As Belzap is on Tier 1, working the defense strats.
Yeah, it looks like Tiamat opened with fast. So those 3 hits, 3 damage is not exactly what you want to see.
No, not at all. But Dark and Ink, 4 hits, 86. Yeah. If you're Spellzap and you're fighting your second fiend that is proven to be very high evade, even with your Masa now, what would be going through your mind, Leggy?
We found a robot and then Gouda ran away.
He is the Duckling Supreme. That's a
Yeah.
it's a heads up play. It's not going to win him a lot of fans, but hey.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't hate it. I definitely don't love it. Spell Zap takes out Tiamat, though.
Yep. He is our first to kill Tia. Gouda has killed Carrie. And Gouda's pulling Tia 1 now. And Sonny finds the robot friend. And he doesn't want to give robot friend hugs either. And Nuclear comes out as people try to run.
Is that even randomized?
He just wanted a hug, and people are just gonna run. So I don't blame Mormac for being defensive.
Yeah, chugging heal pots like it's going out of style.
Yeah, yep. But we're gonna get a promotion on Spell Zap side as SVJ is making his way down to Lich. Gouda lights his air orb. Gouda at 40 minutes 52 seconds lights his second orb as Sonny is fighting the Dragon Queen, sister of Bahamut. I wish Sonny was here so we could all hear it the way he pronounces Tiamat or Tiamat or however
Come
he
on down to
chooses
Tiamat.
Yeah, Tiamat. All right,
Someone
we
tell
got
the devs to put that in as a new name for her.
All right, and Sonny Wrath has a much easier time with Tiamat as they did their grind in Northwest Tile, and Blinking to Miss at SVJ is through Lich. So all of our Restream runners have at least one orb lit. Gouda with 2.
As if orbs matter in this flag set.
Well, they are more shards. So Tia is definitely important because Tia is 4 shards right there.
Yeah.
So I can't see SVJ's shard count, but it looks like Gouda has a shard lead at the moment of 1. But
Yeah. What's interesting though is we still don't have a canoe yet.
mm-hmm.
We have ship and canal. So, or maybe not all of our runners simultaneously, but we have ship, canal, and Oxyale.
Mm-hmm.
So there is a play in which our runners have to take the boat up to Onrak to beat the seed.
Ooh, yeah. Yep.
But, God, what's still in play?
We still need to find the TNT, the loot. Well, everybody has the loot.
Yeah.
We need to find the herb, the slab. We found the bottle, but I don't think anybody has released Tiny Fairy. But it would just likely just be a.
Yeah, but but location-wise, I don't think
anybody going to ice.
Oh, ice. We haven't seen ice yet. Okay.
Ice. I don't think anybody did TOF locked.
I don't think Sonny's shown us Titan yet.
No. All right.
Level 7 heal 3, not bad.
Finally getting some
And there's the Brack. I don't know, so let me check out my level 3 nuke. Sorry, level 4 nuke, level 3 fade.
That's not what the original developers intended. That's weird. How did they expect?
It might not be what the developers intended, but it's what Nasir would have wanted.
How did they expect you to get through Marsh Cave without level 3 nuke? We got gold bracelets for sale. Oh wait, no, never mind. Sonny Wrath is selling stuff. It looked like. I was like, wow, the guy at armor vendor's loaded. I don't think we've seen a shop item yet, but that might not be that might not necessarily be one. It could just be like a
So we did.
Couple.
Earlier, I forget who it was, but someone checked the caravan, and that had 2 copies of houses for sale.
There you go. Yep.
My computer is trying to do Windows updates, which, no thank you, Evil.
All right.
Our house in the middle of our shop. Our house in the
like
middle of our shop.
Those like our bones or our sayings? All right. Spells app doing the earth play, got his key. SVJ clearing out the Agama floor, gonna find that thick carry at the bottom of the volcano. Sonny Wrath doing his post promotion magic buying. Gouda doing the same thing.
Looks like Sonny's going back into the volcano. Which I don't think he killed Carrie earlier, so I like it.
Would you rather go into ice looking for shards or take the boat trip to sea?
I'd do ice first. At this point, you've got enough levels and you found the tails, so you're going to have warp for sure.
Mm-hmm. And that's what Gouda's doing. So, Leggy, while we have our runners sort of retracing each other's steps and Gouda dealing with some undead specters and ghosts and all the wonderful undead that live in the bottom of the ice cave, when you reflect on the Onrak summer vacation, what were like the standout? What were your favorite flags? Your favorite sort of experiences running these 5 wildly different flag sets?
Yeah, so honestly, I'm going to give the kind of cliche organizer answer of I thought all of the flag sets were super awesome for very different reasons. Running down them, Earth flags definitely showed just like the extent of the floor and entrance shuffle, which hasn't really made it into a big tournament like this before. Yeah, Warp is at level 6. I think Sonny checked that way long ago when he was looking at Sages. Fire flags showed off just what it takes to get through clamps and how rough clamped bosses can be in this game. Water Week was kind of an homage to the spring tournament, but also brought in the tavern mode, which means that you get to fully customize your party on the fly in very interesting ways. And then, of course, this week, kind of hark to Chaos Rush, but slightly less of a rush. Showing off the Shard Hunt mode and just what it takes to go through the world and do the routing it takes to move through this sort of space quickly. And then, of course, Chaos was just a giant barrel of wackiness.
I like that the Chaos Week took a little bit from each of the individual, like the preceding weeks, and you felt it in each one, whether it was taking the tavern mode from the Water Week, the free airship from the Air Week, the entrance and floor shuffle from the Earth Week, and the clamps from the Fire Week, and it created sort of this amalgam of just nightmares that could be really fun, could be really fast, but were likely not ever.
Yeah. So Gouda digs up a frozen herb.
Oh, you could. I mean, anybody can really find it in the if their local grocery store. I know Trader Joe's carries them. It's one of the things I like to cook with in the kitchen. I think the brand is called Durat. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's one of those words that I only ever see written down. But they have little cubes of frozen garlic, cilantro, basil. They're just super wonderful and convenient to cook with. They even have ginger. I like to use those on my stir fries. So
Sponsor us, you cowards.
we find a bridge in a box. So wonder where that goes. I try to make things about cooking, Leggy.
I'm good at it, so.
That's what I got. All
Yeah.
right.
So the herb's a nice turn-in, and especially if you haven't taken the chance to go check out the Elfland Castle yet, because that turns the one check into 5 with the extra key lock test.
Yeah. And looks like Spellzap and Sani clearing out the Earth Cave. SVJ Gouda going through ice. Gouda, I mean, Sani has a shard lead, but Gouda has checked. I feel like Gouda has like a quote unquote orb lead, but we'll see how it all shakes out because Sani also did the grind there in Northwest, so Sani should have the level lead for.
Yeah, though it might be less than we might think, especially given the what are words? Mirage play.
Mm-hmm.
If you took a little extra time in Mirage, took a few extra fights there, that's time where you were making the progression through there that Sani Wrath was spending standing still.
Sure.
So we'll see how that works out in the end.
But it doesn't look like Ice paid out with too many prisms, so.
Well, 2 prisms and the herb are a pretty good haul, I would say.
Yeah. But that leaves all the chests in C. Basically, all that stands between us and the end game here.
Yeah. I mean, we still need to check out Titans from Sani Wrath.
Yeah.
And once people start running around with the key that they've dug out, they're likely going to check that out as well. Spellzap just pulling the ruby right now. Not checking the grind tile.
Sani finds blue Ds. I don't think any of our others checked that tile. Is that the Sphinx tile? Or the Gur Ogres? I'm trying to. I missed what room he was in.
We'll find out as soon as this fight's over, because I was definitely looking elsewhere as well.
Question in chat, who got the bridge? I think SVJ and Gouda both got the bridge in the bottom of ice.
Yeah, but still pointing out that these blue Ds definitely stood up to way more punishment than you want from them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Sani's down in Earth 4.
So that's the Wiz Ogre Hyena tile.
Yeah, I never remember how many different tiles are in that room.
Yeah, that's fair. So Spellzap might be the first one to show us what the Titan is guarding. Because Sani Wrath doesn't want to do it.
Yeah.
Neither does Spellzap. It's cool. Whatever. Fine. It's fine.
It's not like I want to know anyway, Baka.
But instead he's going to go check the Canaria Armory and probably do the Elfland Armory. Maybe check out TOF locked.
Yeah. I mean,
there's another spike tile to check
there for Spellzap.
Yeah. Alright, so Gouda's doing the marsh play that a lot of our other runners have done, so that'll get him caught up with his prisms.
I don't recall crab cakes.
I doubt there were 7. Oh, but we found a slab, so that's 10% more XP, which is nice.
Yeah, I doubt we're going to see our runners turning that in just because it's so much time and effort for a single check.
So Spellzap with the slab, counting his orbs. No canoe, but canoe could be in Titans. I mean, it could be in C as well too, but
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone's gonna sail down there. Tiny Ferry has a falchion, so
Yeah, I'm definitely in camp Sea Shrine Canoe. Mostly because I want that only slightly more than I want Titan's Canoe.
mm-hmm. So at least Belzap with the Marsh Cave is going to be able to check Marsh Bottom and get those 3 chests, which we haven't seen checked with that key in hand. So
Yep. Yeah. But still, no one's going to Titan.
it's 4 easy checks.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where it's like in the booth, absolutely. It's like, why aren't they checking Titans? But when you're running the race, it's like, why would I check Titans?
Oh,
So,
Sonny finds that white shirt.
Yep, that's definitely worth doubling back for.
Yeah.
So places Canoe could be, we got C, we've got TOF locked, and we've got Titans.
Oh, well, Sonny's in go mode.
All right.
So, well.
So much for that rip Canoe.
Yeah.
And there he goes, right back to that Naga water tile.
Yeah, though, okay, question for you. Given that it's 250% bosses, 200% enemies, what level do you want to take into TOF?
I'm bad at this game. Not necessarily at the bar, but like trying to extrapolate which level, I would probably have gone right away, and just to see what it was. Because there's an off chance that it's on the lower side of that clamp. 100 to 150. Like I don't. What he's low mid 20s. Like I would feel fine walking in and just testing the waters here, basically. But
yeah, I would definitely feel that way a bit more if I had a knight. But with the ninja, I respect Sonny's decision to get a few more levels, get everyone out of that nukes are super spicy range.
yeah, I mean he's got ninja, katana, 2 life, 2 casters. He's got 2 fast casters,
2 ribbons.
Yeah, I probably would have gone. I probably would have been punished for it, and then thrown myself against Topher until I forfeited. But
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
recognize.
my secret answer was I would have taken a different party composition.
True. True. But it looks like that was enough, or he's just popping out to house and come back in.
I mean, looks like he's taken off.
Sonny, you're flying the wrong way. Gonna buy some magic for the ninja, maybe? Nope. Is Sonny Wrath one of these runners that takes notes? Question chat from Cyrenus. Where are the BBs? The black belts. They are at home. They got the week off. Nobody wanted to do black belts this week. Maybe one of our non-restream runners are running black belt strats, but I mean that's a valid point. Like we have clamp bosses. Why not bring a black belt? Would you have brought a black belt, Leggy? Oh, bosses aren't clamped. Yeah, if bosses weren't clamped, then I would have just gone in as soon as Sonny did. Yeah. Yeah. If the bosses were clamped 1 to 250, then I understand Sonny's grind a little bit more. But without clamps, I would have just gone in right away. Mid to low 20s. It doesn't feel that bad.
Yeah. But also, Sonny doesn't know about the Gurmedusas.
It's true. True story. Well, he might not find out about him. So he got all through Sky 1 and 2 without worrying about it. So as SVJ is on Gurmaduces, we'll see if he gets the nuke news. If he tries to get microwaved. Nope.
Well, Fire 3 is doing a good enough job.
Yep. Yeah, we got round 1 nuke Gurmaduces, Cyranus.
It's great. I'm gonna go with great.
Yes, that Gur isn't for green, it's for great. They're great Medusas. As Sonny takes his first fight on the Earth floor, and it's just a trio of golems. Gets away easy enough from 2 of the 3, or from 1 of the 3. 2 of them chase him down still.
Oh, looks like they finally rejoined. One of them was running around to ambush him.
Yeah, they call it a pincer move, and they got a friend too. So only golems on the Earth floor so far. So Sonny gets through without seeing the nuke Medusas.
Or nuke deuces for short.
Yeah, those great Medusas. As SVJ gets the nukes.
Oof.
That's
you hate to see it.
I mean, but do you?
I mean...
Oh,
we're feeling excited!
Spells up to us. So what I say? I said a heal, crappy weapon, camping gear, and a little bit of money, and that's not bad. So about $4,000 a Zeus Gauntlet and a silver helmet. Not great at an hour in, but 20, 30 minutes in, Zeus Gauntlet is nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a decent haul, but not what he's looking for right now.
0%. There's not even a prism in there.
Yeah, like, come on.
Sonny Wrath is running for Magamas, and barring something nasty on one of the later fiends, Sonny may not see. Actually, I mean, unless he doesn't, even if he wipes here and comes back into Topher, he's not going to see the Gurmadusas. So
yeah, as long as he has the same encounter setup,
yeah,
there's no. And like so far, the random encounters he's been seeing haven't been that bad, so he doesn't really have that compelling of a reason to do any in the encounter manipulation.
Yeah. So Carry 2 proven to be just as thick as Carry 1, if not worse, and survives way too many nukes and fades for my comfort level.
Well, goes down eventually, which is the important part.
That is the most important part of any boss fight, is reducing their HP to 0 before they reduce your HP to 0. So
the second most important part is the cheeky Brax.
So what's if you had to instant kill Carry 2, what's your spell of choice?
I mean, I'm always a fan of cheeky Brax just in general, but like the real answer is Topher Quad X strats are real.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think Quad X is even, in my mind, it's not even an instant kill spell. It's either 300 damage or no damage.
Fair.
It does.
Let's see here. I would definitely feel comfortable swinging some of those Quake charges around because there's, not really anything else you're doing with those levels, just to see if you can't cheese something out.
Ooh, we got Fog 2 strats coming out from Sonny Wrath. That's not something you see every day. You like to see a little strategy diversity here.
Yeah, and Fog 2 and Invis 2 are about equally weighted in my mind. It's just really depends on what boss you're up against. If you've got lots of hits coming out from bosses, I like the Fog 2 a little bit more.
Yep.
But if bosses are just doing one hit for massive damage, I like Invis 2 a bit more.
Yep. And Zap comes out, but we got 2 ribbons. And we got those ribbons on our Life 2 caster. So as long as we can microwave this Kraken, we'll be alright.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Ninja was what saw.
Yep, but Life 2 is gonna set things right.
And
Yeah, that ninja was chunking out some damage though, for sure.
yeah, and let's face it, enough nukes will take out anything.
Yeah, yeah. All right, let's see what the Tia 2 is gonna do. Got a defense sword. We got a fast coming out. We got a wall. We got tempers. Going all out buff strats on the Thief TH. The
Though
Ninja TH.
I do have to say, personally, I probably would have put the ribbon on the thief and not the black mage.
Oh, I thought it was on red and white with them having access to the life magic.
No, it is on the thief and it is on the white mage and the black mage.
Yeah, that is a interesting choice.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, for my money, you have one ribbon on at least one life caster,
Yeah,
just to be safe. And then I like putting it on my main melee character, just so I don't have to worry about. Well, you saw what happened with Kraken.
yeah. And Tia 2 goes down easy enough, but before Sonny could get to the Chaos floor, pack of sorcerers.
And they do not want you to get away.
No, they just want they know how important you are. You are the legendary light warriors of the prophecy. They just want your autograph.
Yeah. Luckily, they don't have their infamous death touch today.
We didn't see Death Touch, so hopefully I didn't just commentary curse chaos.
That would be hilarious. Especially if Chaos is swinging around with multiple hits.
Yeah. So Sonny Wrath is on track to put a remarkable time here, an hour 6, pulling Chaos as folks are still trying to dig up shards. Looks like Gouda might be in go mode, but Wall's coming out fast, coming out. We got Sonny Wrath taking on the Grape Chaos, the Purple Drink Chaos.
That's a timber.
That's a cool little palette swap on him.
Yeah,
actually, like, thematically works. Sometimes the palette swap doesn't really work, but that looks really good. I'm a fan. Stun comes out, not going to do much. Chaos is just letting Sonny buff up.
But it's always nice when the boss just lets you sit there and get ready.
Alright, looks like Thief is finally going to get to swing that katana. Fire 3, and here comes SVJ in go mode. He's coming into TOF. 3 hits, 786. Alright. And here comes Heal 3 is coming out. Yeah, this Chaos isn't looking particularly scary. I mean, granted, a nuke could come out right now and just sort of change the whole game here.
Yeah, especially with those HP levels where they're at. That is the one thing that would have given me pause going into this Topher, is the possibility of just getting completely wiped out by a nuke.
But another round, another about 600 damage or so. So Chaos has got to be on the ropes here. With 250%, he could have upwards of 5,000 HP. And we've probably done about vanilla right now. So,
yeah.
Having burned through the nukes and fades to get here, though, basically just doing chip damage. Yeah. And SVJ kills Garland, saves the princess, and gets warped back to Canaria. Oh, you thought you were going to go into COF? Like, no. Not yet.
Yeah. I mean, the nice thing about that... Ooh, that is a good hit from Sonny.
Yeah.
1,200, damage off that ninja.
Thief fixes.
Finishing with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 9 minutes, and 27 seconds.
Yeah. Thief fixes are huge. Definitely one of the things that sort of changed the meta for the randomizer for sure. Sonny Wrath showing that you don't need to have a black belt. You don't need to have no knight. You can just come in here with a ninja and some mages and get it done. All right, and right behind him off stream, Zenobian finishes in second place with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 10 minutes, 15 seconds. So 48 seconds later, Zenobian finishes. GG Zenobian.
And we are now joined by Sonny. GG.
Hey, Sonny, GG, man. How'd it feel? You're muted.
Give me one moment. I might need to reboot Discord.
Yeah, no worries.
All right. So we've got Gouda, SVJ coming through TOF.
I need to reboot
Spells
Discord.
apps
Give
on
me
his way.
one moment, and I will be right back.
No worries.
So everybody's in Topher.
Yeah, that's the other nice thing about these flags. You know, even as things get a little bit rough, you kind of all see everyone converging pretty nicely in the end as you run out of a lot of places to check and you just manage to grab a whole bunch of things.
Yeah, the seed did feel a little linear, you know, with the progression and how people were working through it. But there was a little bit of divergence, but I'll be curious to see what Sonny thought about it.
Yeah, Sonny making the early Earth play, I think, really paid off, even though the double dip, you hate to see it.
Yeah.
Because, honestly, I wonder how much of it was, in fact, that grind.
Yeah.
I wasn't paying super close attention to how often our runners were wiping to various things, but getting that grind early probably saved him from a couple of bad encounters.
Yeah, considering that the grind, he ended his grind around 20, and he ended the game at 25. You know, those 5 levels probably just came from, I think, did he kill Warmack?
No.
I think.
But like incidental experience off fiends and just unrunnables.
And he did go back to that tile too. So.
Yeah. So, really, you utilizing that thief to get those runs probably helped a lot.
And it looks like Spells app quaked the dead and sent Lich back into the Earth Cave.
Which still has hilariously good odds.
What's it, like a 1 in 3 chance, basically? Like 30%?
I think it's closer to 1 in 4 for Lich 2, but still.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely worth trying to do. Definitely better than the 6% Bracken Kraken strats.
Yeah. Oof. SVJ warps out of Temple of Fiends.
I think that was after a long fight with. Yeah, it looks like SVJ was working on the Gasties and just working on getting some levels to make sure that he was where he wanted to be.
Yeah. Zenobian wants words with whoever's responsible for that encounter table. I'm not going to name names, Caleb, but
hey, Zenobian. GG, man, second place. That's pretty good. We don't. I mean, I feel like I'm fine with the encounter table. Everybody else, it didn't seem particularly nasty, so we can talk later. All right. So SVJ making their final preparations probably before they go into Topher for the last time. Spells app, Gouda. This is the race here. Spells app and Gouda. Who's it gonna be? And off stream we got Cheesenator finishing in third place with a official SRL time of 1 hour, 14 minutes, and 47 seconds. GG cheese.
GG.
I love it. And Spells App nuking and swinging on Kraken takes him down no problem. Spells App getting stopped for his autograph on his way to Tia. Nobody saw, so I guess everybody came in here off a hard reset, so nobody saw the nuke Gur Medusas. Zenobian, I know you're hanging out chat. Did you see the Great Medusas with nuke? That's my question for Zenobian in chat. Alright, Tia's throwing out some stops, getting swung on, getting nuked, in the swing, and here comes the thunder. No big thing. And Tia 2 goes down as easy as she showed up.
Just as Gouda starts taking on the Kraken.
And joined by Cheesenator in chat. GG's my friend.
Let's try this again. Now I can actually hear you, but it's not through my headset. I don't know.
Hey, Sonny GG. How's it going, man?
I'm not as rusty as I thought, question mark.
Yeah, you did really well. You made the really good early Earth play, which not a lot of the runners did, to get that key and sort of just unlock a little bit more of the prisms early on. You found the spike tile with the waters and nagas, which I don't think not a lot of people found, or they weren't checking the spike tiles. So, yeah. Otherwise, how did it feel? We've seen some comments in chat about encounter tables. You didn't get to see a particularly spicy enemy. So, how did it feel from your perspective?
I mean, the most spicy enemy I saw was Warmech, and yes, I did turn tail and run from it. And that was just because I was so close to Tiamat. I didn't want to take the risk of fighting Warmech after collecting as much as I did while I was in the Flying Fortress as well as Mirage, and then just die to have to redo it all. And Warmech opening with nuclear was a bit of a scare, but fortunately, my warriors survived. I was able to get out turn 1. Other than that, things weren't that bad overall. I think the only thing I was really missing was the canoe.
Yeah, we did not see the canoe at all. My money is that you had to take the ship up to Onrak and pull it out of the Sea Shrine.
Yeah, the only non Sea Shrine chests we didn't see were TOF locked, but Spells App trying to put the finishing touches here on Chaos. And there it is. GG Spells App.
That chaos was very spell happy. That was a nice chaos.
Mm-hmm. So, Sonny, what were your thoughts about your party composition?
Thief Rainbow was definitely the way to go on this. I was thinking Black Belt Rainbow, but then I remembered, oh wait, we have Thief fixes on, and the growth on Thieves as well being on, just it made that a no-brainer. And then finding 2 katanas and Mosmune when I did was extremely nice. The 2 katanas, I mean, even though I used one of them, they definitely did their work in the end. And Mosmune, I mean, it's Mosmune. It's gonna do work no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
I did forget to buy Warp when I went to Mirage, and I was like, I might actually need it. And then it turns out I didn't really need it. So that was the thing.
Yep. So Spells App finishes with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 18 minutes, and 6 seconds. Seeing if Spells App wants to come in for an interview, as Gouda is taking on... Our Duckling Supreme is taking on Chaos.
Yeah, looks like Gouda's putting up A lot of the defensive buffs, smart choice as Chaos tries to swing in, only hits for 62 damage. We'll see if SVJ decides to make this the actual dive, or whether or not this is another grind dive.
Yep. And off stream, we got Thunderclawed finishing in 5th place with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 20 minutes, and 11 seconds.
GG.
Yeah, GG Thunder. You got a strong crop of newer players, Leggy. I don't know if you've. I mean, I'm sure you've seen these folks come in and just come out of nowhere. The Goudas, the Cheesinators, the Thunderclouds, folks coming in, Zenobian.
Look, there's a reason that I don't worry as much about racing as much as I do organizing these days. I'm retired. I am now the wizened old mentor training the new people under waterfalls.
All right. And it looks like we got cheeky dark zap strats, but Gouda takes them down. GG's Gouda with an official SRL time. Oh,
you go for it.
I was gonna say official SRL time of 1 hour, 20 minutes, 52 seconds. GG's Gouda. All right. So it looks like Spellzap was going to join us, but there was some background audio issues, so not going to be able to join us for an interview. But GG Spellzap.
Spellzap says, anyone see some fun Germaduces? Yes. Yes, we did.
They were great.
They're great. Welcome, Gouda. GG. Spellzap says, anyone see some fun Germaduces?
Hey, thanks, guys.
Yes, we did.
Yeah,
GG, Gouda.
I saw a
Great.
nuke Germadusas.
Yeah, it was great, right?
Great. Yeah.
It was a good time.
I mean,
I
for
was kinda-
how easy the rest of the seed seemed. I mean, come on.
Nice big brain play to go into Mirage without the cube and found it there. And then
Mhm.
turns out I still wasn't big brained enough.
Yeah, the big brain play here seemed to be to go to Earth before to get the key, but because that's yeah.
Seems like the real big brain play was to dig out the key as fast as you could,
Mhm.
and then go grind water nagas in Northwest Castle.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like to grind that much. I found, what was it, Gersharks and Wizzahags in ice. And I think I did like 2 of those at the end.
Yeah. Yeah, we watched Sonny Rath do the Water Naga grind to get to about level 20 and then basically just walked through the rest of the game.
Yeah, Cheesinator saying there were no key items in overworld NPC checks, but there were a bunch of shards on the NPCs this seed.
Yeah, Vicky, Astos. I want to say Matoya, but Matoya might have been mine.
Matoya as well. Someone was talking about turning in the herb. The prince.
Yeah, so I mean, I wanted to make sure you guys got the incentive prisms. We didn't get to find out whether or not the lobsters had anything particularly spicy. I don't remember seeing them on the water floor, and nobody went to see.
I think they just rolled like 2 hits. Just not quite normal lobsters, but not the best.
All right, so SVJ pounding on some Kraken.
Yeah, it looks like that grind is going to pay off as SVJ is just breezing through this Topher.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think one of the big things that Spells have something in the room, so we can really talk about his run through. But the early carry wipe definitely probably cost him close to 5 minutes right there, if not a little bit more, having to redive it later to get. Um,
Yeah, and not only did he lose the time for that uh, opening all those chests, but there was also just that was a long, drawn out fight.
yeah,
I feel like both carries had a way more hit points than they should have. Like, I think I used always 4 fades and 2 nukes or 3 nukes, and I'm like, what's happening here? Like,
mhm.
I almost got tilted after beating carry.
I secretly turned on clamps.
Yeah, Carry 2's HP was really, really high, and that was kind of interesting. But otherwise, the rest of them were just paper.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I was expecting Kraken 2 to just body somebody, and she didn't.
Mm-hmm. And then Chaos was definitely put on his wizard hat today, but
Oh yeah,
not a lot.
super high evade. I missed with the Masa at level 25.
I went in with Maza, Vorpal, Katana. I had crit options, and I stuck with Katana.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know if it was on stream when I was initially trying to do my party comp, but I almost went ninja. 3 mages. Almost.
That's exactly what I did.
I chickened out of it. I'm like, 250%, maybe.
The seed was free, man. Come on.
I mean, air seeds are
What if it
decently
hadn't
free.
been? Is always the question.
Who needs Sea Shrine? Who needs Canoe?
Yeah, let's go.
Did anybody find any ribbons?
2.
Really? Where were they?
Matoya's cave.
I didn't go there.
Oh man.
They were so free that I didn't even go there. So I was casting wall on Tia and Chaos because I'm like, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, everybody just raided Matoya's hair barrettes.
I mean, she's got good taste.
Yeah, it's she just forgot where she put them because she can't see. So SVJ finally on taking down Chaos level 30. This shouldn't be too much of an issue for him. We got lock twos coming out. We got nukes. We got swinging the Vorpal. One hit 368. That lock two is going to help make that Vorpal a little more viable.
Yeah. 300 damage from the first nuke. Almost 500 damage across those two nukes, in fact.
Mm-hmm. Throw out another couple tempers. Yep. There it is. One lock two and another temper, and it's 2 hits, 804 damage. That Vorpal is going to put in some work on Chaos. I'm assuming those ninjas and mages are out of spells.
Oof.
I think SVJ is just that confident in the Vorpal. I mean, he is Team Vorpal, and that's what he does. Is he just says, this Vorpal's gonna work. Here I go.
Lightning 2 takes out Jean.
Throws out another lock.
There we
4
go.
hits, almost 1,500 damage. GG. SVJ finishes with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 28 minutes, and 42 seconds.
Yeah, GG SVJ. Let's try to get you in here.
GG SVJ, welcome back. I know he took quite the hiatus, and this is his first race back, putting on a good show.
Yeah, SVJ, Sonny, a couple folks coming back. So it's a good little seed to derust on, Sonny.
Yeah, except what rust was there.
Well, see, you've been doing a lot of the PSP FFR, right?
Not the randomizer. I've been doing the vanilla game because that tournament just ended.
Yeah, so I mean, like that's similar skill set, scratching the same itches.
See, I told Sonny before the race to just go Black Mage route, and apparently he did. I went not Black Mage route.
No Lust Daggers, though, which is unfortunate.
Yeah, no plus 20 agi from those, and no plus 30 agi from survival vest, or sorry, black garbs, and then plus 45 agi overall from survival vests.
We are joined by SVJ GG Saint Von Jester. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good. Go Team Vorpal. Representing.
Yeah, that last hitman is what, 4 hits, 1493.
Yeah, it wasn't doing the job. I had to give it some help. I was actually worried about those nuking green Medusas on the Earth floor, and I didn't run in a single one.
Yeah, when nobody got done to like an hour, I'm like, all right, I have a feeling that people are just gonna like beat their head like Tristal and Will against these nuke Gurmedusas, and it's just whoever gets the luck. But yeah, I only saw one of them as well.
Yeah, I mean, I ran into him in Mirage Tower. I was like, that's a bad plan, and
Yeah, I think if you came in off a hard reset into Topher, you didn't see the Gurmedusas on the Earth floor.
You
Yeah,
saw 2 encounters of Gurmedusas on the Earth floor.
I
Did you
didn't come in on a hard reset though.
Okay.
I also didn't, and it was just the first encounter. After that, it was all Earths and Iron goals and Mud goals.
The only things I ran into are rock goals and mud goals. Is all I ran into.
I mean, I never saw Newt come out from any Gurmedusas whatsoever.
Lucky you.
Yeah. So I took him out like 3 times up on Sky 2, and I'm like, all right, I love me some Gurmedusas. And I got a 2-pack, and I'm like, I'm just gonna run away from a 2-pack. Nuke, and I'm like, oh, this is a bad plan. I was like level 14.
I went I went elsewhere before I went up there, and I'm really glad I did.
Yeah, I went there almost instantly. Luckily, vampires, like 3 to 5 vampires, was off of a hard reset in Mirage
Yep,
1.
you were able to just farm them if you wanted to.
Yep, so I farmed the vampires up to like level 14, because I think I was like level 9 when I got there.
I was like level 16 when I got there because I went to Marsh Cave first.
Yeah, I might have been level 19 because of that the Earth dive. I mean, farming waters and Nagas definitely paid off.
Yeah. Well, so we are finished with the restream racers. I'm checking in on Danny. Looks like Danny is still trying to dig up the last few shards in Ice Cave. We'll start with the first place finisher, Sonny Rath. What are your final thoughts on this seed, man? How'd it feel? How'd it feel coming back to the FFR?
I mean, this seed was a great seed to come back to FFR with. It had its difficulty, and I mean, fortunately and unfortunately, I didn't see it. But at the same time, I'm kind of grateful I didn't see it, and I didn't expect to sub 110 this seed with relative ease, to be completely honest. The early dive on Earth was definitely a big brain play, and then making that grind really, really paid off towards the end of the run, and everything just fell into place from there. So overall, pretty happy, and definitely looking forward to the future races.
Nice. Well, we're happy to have you back and looking forward to see you participate more in our weekly community races, whether it's through the Community Center Discord or the Spring Tournament Discord or just casual races throughout. Good to see you back, Sonny.
It's
Gouda,
good to be back.
the Duckling Supreme.
Duckling Supreme, not really showing my feathers too well tonight, but you know, it was a fair seed. The Fire 2 Undead really steered me away from Earth, which is why I ended up in Sky really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Could have shaved off probably about 5 minutes had I not done a couple of dumb plays. But it was a good seed. It was nice to get back into these air seeds, because these were OSV with just flying around and finding shards.
Yeah. OSV, the flags can be a lot of fun or they can be very punishing.
I'm
I have no
hoping
idea what
that
you're talking about.
I'm really hoping that Leggy doesn't decide to do a chaos race next week, because participation in that. Chaos week was a thing that we did.
Yeah.
Look, I'm
A
not
couple
sure I
of
can
times.
convince Game Boy to give me a 3-hour time slot on Randomania.
But I'd like to thank Randomania and Caleb, Leggy, Silverfire, all you putting this on and hosting us. It's a lot of fun to get out and showcase what the randomizer can do.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
SVJ.
Caleb,
I wanted to. So SVJ, I think you were one of the only people in the race here that were a part of On Our Summer Vacation. I think you were on a break at that time.
Yeah, I was unfortunately had a work priority that I had to attend to. But I've never even seen these flags. I never ran these flags before. I didn't practice. I just went 100% blind, and I had a blast. It was a great. It was a great seed. You know, whether it was a break or not, it was just my first. Just like Sonny Wrath, that was my first seed I came back to as a racing standpoint, and I had a lot of fun. It was really well done. Thank you guys for putting this on for us.
Yeah, I was excited to
Yeah.
see you show up in the race room, man.
Yeah, thank you all for coming out tonight. This was a really fun race to watch.
You're welcome. Danny is our final runner in the race. She is working on Topher. She's getting ready to cross the threshold, play the loot, and go into the basement of Topher. So I imagine she would be wrapping up pretty soon.
But that doesn't mean you shouldn't go over there and
Yeah,
give her your support.
Yeah, I was absolutely going to suggest people come out and go check out Danny3883 on Twitch. Watch her finish her run. She's diving down into the bowels of Topher and hopefully doesn't see those great Medusas on her Earth run.
So with that, I think we're about ready to wrap it up here. Caleb, do you have any last minute thoughts?
Well, this was a lot of fun. It's been I have sort of like a free week this week, so I'm happy to be able to help out and jump in the booth. And Leggy, it was I think our first time doing commentary together. This was a blast.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. I got yeah.
I
I
always
mean,
have a ton of
I have more fun doing commentary for OSV flags than running them. I'm still recovering from my OSV trauma from the summer league. So, but this was a lot of fun to watch for sure.
Yeah. I always love hanging out in the booth almost as much as I love getting trolled by seeds. So Spellzap says no more Caleb seeds. Are you sure you want to go back to Leggy seeds? Are you sure? But thank you to everyone who hung out with us tonight in chat. Thank you again to Randomania for hosting our weekly races yet again. And good night.